Are we here?
Hey,
Oh, hey, hi.
hi. What's up?
How are you?
I am so good. I'm so good. This is my first time being on live ever in life. I just want you to know that.
What? See, you shock me every single time I learn a little because I'm like, you're like, this is my first interview. I'm like, girl, what? Like, nah, man, like, first of all, can we? I'm a hyper. I'm a lover.
Oh,
Can we
good.
talk about how you hopped on this live? Okay, you
What?
not from the play phase. I have not
Girl.
been able to like shout out your haircut, girl. This hair.
Oh, thank you. I'm having so much fun. I'm having so much fun with my hair.
Oh my God, no, it's like I knew you were long hair, but like now I see this and I'm like, you always had this hair. Yeah, this is you. Like,
Exactly. I should have done this
yeah,
10 years ago. Thank you so
yes.
much.
Oh my gosh, no. Well, thank you so much for joining us this evening.
It's my
Um,
pleasure.
I'm gonna give you a chance. Now, okay, sorry, I'm getting some technical things. Are you still with me? Mm, okay. Let's see. Can you see? Oh gosh. What's going on? Uh-oh. She not here. Can y'all still see me? No, she's gone. Okay. Let's try this again. Okay. I don't know where I'm gonna also text her, except
Okay,
okay, you're back?
I'm back.
Okay, let's get this rolling since IG hating tonight.
Hey,
So
Tig.
can you tell me about, since have Lady Mercedes music, tell me who you are and just who you are as an artist. Let the people know.
First of all, I'm just a girl. Raised in church, come from a ministry background, but my parents allowed me to explore. And so musically, I am a very diverse individual. But more than anything, I am a storyteller. I saw a lot in my life, so I couldn't put it just into music. I'm multidisciplinary. So I write, I tell stories, I consume music, and that's how I communicate. And so all those things together make up who I am. I'm a single mom, a neurodivergent high risk teen, and I'm saying it that way because I really want to advocate for those groups of people. Um, I'm a Black woman. There was a time I couldn't say that, and I'm
Mm,
saying because folks wouldn't allow me to say it. You know what I
yeah.
mean? But I'm a Black woman, and I'm proud to be that. And I'm just here. Thank you so much for having me. This is already, I'm already feeling the juice. Can you tell I'm excited?
I'm excited with you,
Yeah.
girl. Like, again, your spirit is just, when I first met you, like, you just radiated compassion. Like, and I don't say that lightly. I
Hmm.
do want to get to, you said you're a storyteller. Um,
Yeah.
what is the story that you tell? Because you touched on a lot of parts about yourself. And I just want to know, are the stories that you tell, are they rooted in your experience, or are you because in your work, you're not only sharing your story, you're an advocate for others. So,
Yeah.
does storytelling serve as kind of like a middle ground for you to not only share your experience, like the whole owning of your identity
Mm.
that you just did for all of us to see and witness? And I'm with you. I'm with you on
Mm.
that.
Hmm.
Um, or or do you see storytelling more as like a general practice where you're hoping to like inspire other people?
Hmm.
I hope that that question made
No, I
sense.
love it. I love the
Okay.
question. Definitely a storyteller from my own lived experience,
Yeah.
because I think it's important to say things out loud and to name them because they connect to other people's stories. So while I'm telling my stories, I'm also telling your story. And that's the thing. Even the day that I met you, Kat, I remember I was telling a story and you were like, me too, you know? And so while I'm telling my stories right now, my full intention is to hear stories and bring attention to them. So can I say both?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
totally. Yeah. There's
Yeah.
no right. I love what you just said is that when I tell my story, I am telling other stories, other people's
Mhm.
stories as well.
Yeah.
That that just blessed me. I don't know. I was like, I know we both church girls and stuff,
Yeah.
but I was like, that just blessed me.
Hey.
So In your background being raised in church, I want to just hit on that point real quick. Did you feel any tension? Because your new project that just came out, Empty the Clip, okay?
Hey,
We
empty
not
it.
playing new hair. Got the
Nope,
whole, like, we
gotta
not
do it.
playing. Did you feel any tension or any challenges singing in church, but also wanting to write music that may not be classified as gospel?
I'm so glad you asked that. So came up Kojic Church, God in Christ, to the bone, grandpa, like we're 5 generations in.
Woo!
My parents were musicians and ministers, and those things were equally balanced. And so they didn't do what most do and say, "Oh, you can't listen to that." Was there's a time and a place to listen to secular. So yes, it informs my songwriting because you can take a girl out of church, but you can't take the church out of the girl.
Yep, you right.
And there are different chapters of Empty the Clip. And so you will hear that very thing. You haven't even heard it yet, sis, but you're prophetically speaking, if I can say that.
Okay.
Because everything that we love, hey, my high school friend, sorry, I've never been on live before. Hi,
Yeah,
Josiah.
say
He was prom king. But everything that we love and listen to, the chord progressions, all of that sits in this gospel basket, really Americana, because, and I don't look at myself as just an R&B artist. It's jazz, blues, soul, gospel, R&B. They all have similar progressions, but that's the basket that holds even rock music. I mean, Beyonce's proving that right now. And
very
so
true.
if you can get a chord progression in your spirit and embody it, my parents allowed me to do that. And so some of the things that I write, it might sound gospel, but the content differs, if you will. But it's all the same to me. To me, all the music is God's music. And so
Mm,
they personally, my parents did never shame me for listening to other
mm,
things and be eclectic because it allowed me to develop my palette. But the sacred music is the sacred music. And so when I was in church, I did honor that, and I still do to this day. But no matter where I am,
mm.
I'm still representing love and light. And so even if I'm in the lounge, and a lot of times people are like, "Oh, you're in the juke joint, so how can you be a church girl?" It's all God's music, and I'm not singing anything profane. I'm singing about love and hope and joy and purpose. And so I can do that anywhere. I can do that on the street corner. I hope that answers your question.
Yes, it did. Again, big on the theme is identity that I'm seeing and the confidence that I see you having as an artist because it's artists that I know who sing in church heavily and you can sing like
Oh, bless you.
um and but still want to perform like because their love for music is so real. Like I see them fight with that tension. I fought with that tension of being like, if I make this music, will I not be class, like will people not consider me like, a part of the faith? And so I'm always fascinated by when I see artists doing it successfully and confidently. I'm
Mm.
like, what do you think? So thank you for sharing.
Well, can I say just right here?
Please.
I wrote the into the clip from the space in which I was in, like the status I was at. And so there is one song that has some strong language in it. And so for that reason we had to put the explicit label on there. But the rest of the album is clean. But to convey the message, I had to say it. And it's not anything a
Mhm.
church person don't stub their toe and say every day. But I don't know anybody's um response. I didn't write the album for a response. I wrote it so people could connect with it, and also
Mm.
because it was a call. I had to get it out. It was very cathartic. So thank you for letting me share that part.
Oh, this is your interview. We want to listen.
Yeah.
And since we're here now, can you tell us about Empty the Clip? You kind of touched on it, and it was like a call. But tell
Mhm.
us a little bit about the story. And if you want to share about the three parts, this is a series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I gotta show y'all something real quick. I'm
Yeah.
out here being inspired because on my rooftop you can see Mount Rainier and God's
Mhm.
creation. So I just want to say that before, so you'll see people walking by. But empty the clip. So I want to say I have to go way, way back. 2008. I wrote a song for my father, and the next morning I found out he passed away.
Hmm.
And there's a writer's block that came. I hadn't wrote a song since then. I felt like I was just silenced, and all of these experiences were happening. I was stuffing them down, stuffing them down. And at the time, it wasn't popular to be a mixed culture woman. a black woman, a light skinned black woman. And so I was getting all these messages of just be quiet, keep peace for peace's sake, you know. And so these stories go back way back then. So bringing it forward, Christmas 2024, my life blew up in every way that you could imagine. I almost lost my daughter. Um, I lost my life blew up. I'll just say it like that. Had a label deal on the table. Every my dreams were coming true, but it all kind of crumbled, and for a myriad of reasons. And so once again, I had to be quiet. So I had some good friends. I had four people in my life that kept me afloat. I had to move. I was going to be living in my car with my child. I did not know what I was going to do for a job, let alone the creativity. And so in January, I started building my life back up, and the songs started coming, and my text messages and my voice notes and my notes in my phone, somehow they became inspired. So my writing partner and I, well, really, he was like, hey, listen to this, let me know what you think. And it inspired me, and so the words just started coming, and I realized I was angry. I realized I had trauma. I realized I was hurt. And I said, you know what, I can feel that this goes back to way back then. So I got to get it out. And when I tell you I couldn't sleep, I had to get up and write. I wrote the whole second season of the Collision podcast in probably a 48-hour period of time, and I couldn't sleep. I just had to get it out. I had to leave it all on the dance floor. I had to empty the clip. I had to get it out. I could not sleep because God don't ever leave you. That's right. Yes, ma'am. He didn't leave me, but he was quiet. And it was a lesson and a test. And it was like, okay, it's your turn to talk now. And so I thought it was just going to be therapy, and I was just going to record these things and put them away. And then God was like, nope, you got to share it. And so during that process, my child and I got really close. And so from January to March, it was like boot camp, and we got all the songs written, and then we start recording. I didn't have the money for a mic. I didn't have any studio time, but my community came around me, sent me stuff, gave me stuff, and was like, no, we agree. You got to do this. And so from March until last week when you saw, we finished 12 songs, some interludes, some different things that we put on the album. And at the same time, like I said, it's multimedia. So we also filmed the podcast. And for Into the Clip, it's this journey from looking for other people to affirm. In my situation for the story, it was men. I needed to. I want to look at these these questions, but I was
Yeah,
looking to
we'll get to
men.
that.
Okay. I was looking to men to affirm me because I was missing my dad and grieving. My dad had a mother and a father wound. I was looking for people to tell me who I was. But it's the story of, so the first chapter is pretty dark. It's talking about how dark, intrusive thoughts and mental health and alcoholism and addiction and things like that I went through. And God visited me. So that second and third chapter was, okay, you got to heal. You got work to do. This happened to you, but it's still your responsibility to fix. Therapy and Jesus, y'all. Um, and then the third chapter is kind of about, okay, now that I'm in a good place, now I have my footing. How do I make an impact? How do I share this with people and let them know? So the titles are Heal, Free, Blessing
Mhm.
is on the Way. That's the second chapter. That'll be out, and I'll tell you in a minute. And then the third chapter is Love Me Down. If I love myself now, you got to love me down. And I expect nothing less than that. And then there's peace, and then there's try. So that kind of explains, like, it's this: humans can't do what God needs to do and what you need to do for yourself. You have the power to do it. He empowers us. And then when we start to do that work, it's ugly and gritty. It's not cute. It's not convenient. It's going to happen in the middle of life, honey. But if you can get your feet up under you, you
Mhm.
get good people around you, then the art kind of creates itself. I hope I wasn't too long-winded.
Oh, not at all. Not at all. I do
Hey, I see my people. Let me down. Yes, let me down is fire. Mhm.
I do want to take a moment just to thank you for being so vulnerable on here with us tonight. And I'm so sorry about the passing of your father. And also just extending beyond beyond a hug for you as you journey through single motherhood. I was raised by a single mom, so my heart is so big for single moms. If I could gather y'all all up with, if I was like a mother hen, I'd gather y'all all up and just, bring you so close and hug you. You're like, don't touch them. But I
I
did, so
love
I
your
wanted
mom.
to
Your
touch
mom's
on that.
amazing, by the way.
She cool, she cool, she cool. But just you illustrated something so beautifully within the process that you just told us about, that life
Mhm.
happened, um, and you had to own all parts of the BS, for lack of a better
That's
word,
what it
of the
is.
crap. Like
Yes.
this isn't, oh, I made a bad decision. And maybe you did, but it's not
Did.
when right. But it's also the weight of life and how we do exist in a world of consequences that are not always deemed from our decisions.
Right.
And from that, when you get to a point like that in life, it is so easy to become closed off, bitter, and angry. And for you to talk about God in the way that you did, because I know that, like, I'm gonna go on a tangent real quick.
Do it.
The Western Christian church is guilty of a
Mm.
lot of harm, um, in the Black community specifically, a
Yes.
lot of harm. So for you to talk about God as a Black woman, being raised in church and still participating and singing and serving in church, it was beautiful to me because I could hear that you have a personal relationship. And I
Yes.
can't speak for other people. That's not what this interview is about right now.
Right.
However, I do want to honor and just celebrate the authenticity in which that you love God,
Mm.
and how that you had the key thing that I try and tell all my peoples when they're like, well, how do you do this Jesus thing? How you do this God thing? You got to be real. You got to be real, and
Yeah.
you have to welcome him in all places of your heart. The angry, the
Yeah.
sad, the I don't want to do this. And then in addition to God, because we could also be guilty, be like, oh God, I don't need, as long as I got King Jesus, I don't need nobody else. It's like, okay, that sounds good. It's a great song. I'm not hating on it. But it's not right.
Mm.
It's not biblically correct,
Mm.
because we need each other. And
Yeah.
that's what I hear in this kind of restoration period that I'm sensing from you, is that you were sent people, tangible help,
Yes.
to pull you out of a very hard and dark place.
Mm.
And that just warms my heart to know, um, again, to celebrate your vulnerability, because not everybody got to retell the story like that. No, like you could be like, well, I was sad that I prayed and God
Yeah.
made it better. Now I'm here. You
Yeah.
hit every point, and that just shows the beauty of your storytelling.
Thank
Um,
you.
yeah.
I my relationship with God is not confined to church because the way that he was speaking to me was through human beings. They would come with a phrase that only I said to the Lord,
Yeah.
or they'll show up on my doorstep with a meal,
Mm.
and I didn't know how I was going to eat that day or feed Bethany. Um,
Yeah.
or they would come with tools and resources,
Yeah.
or they would look in my arsenal and say, I can spare this. And it was relationships. That's how God had been talking to me, and that's how I knew I was on the right path. As humiliating as it might be, as humbling as it might be, oh, people are so excited about your weight loss. You don't know that that's stress and missing meals.
It's a
That's
big side.
beautiful. It's great
Yeah.
that I lost the weight and I was able to keep up with my health journey, but some of that was straight stress. Why is my hair short, honey? Because it wouldn't grow for a while, and we're not looking like what we've been through, right?
Mm-hmm.
But people don't want to talk about it. People
Yeah.
don't want to talk about um, being neurodivergent or ADHD. I just got diagnosed last summer with my child. So we're navigating that and we're different types. And so, how do we show up in the world? I had wonderful community who understood where I was and didn't judge me. And, I think Christians get a bad rap. Not all Christians are what we see in the
Yeah.
media and all of that. There are some good people out here. And Jesus is dope. And God has proven himself to me in this time in a way that
Mm.
I need him to. Actually, I had drifted from
Mm.
what I believed, and I asked God to, hey, make it plain again so I can rediscover this, and that's what happened. I got torn down to be built back up, and so nobody but God. The blessings, the open doors right now, I nothing about my own strength made that happen. So can't tell me God isn't real, because all of this is happening at His hand, not mine. Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
I love
Yeah,
you.
I love you. I love you. And I did want to take this time. We
Yeah.
are over time, but
Oh,
we can stay just a little bit longer.
okay.
I'm cool if you cool. Did
Yeah.
you want to take this time to maybe look at some of the questions in the comments? I have more
Yes.
questions for you as well, but I
Yeah.
want you to take.
I'm not on a time crunch here. Let's see. I see Hattie May in there. Okay, let me see. So what I'm seeing is more lives in coffee shops. Yes. um.
I see one from Rensa Good. Hoping I'm
Okay.
saying that right. And the question
Okay.
is, and I'll let you go first.
Yeah.
Being raised in the church as a child, do you all still attend church as an adult?
Mm. This one's touchy for me. Um. Because you can't. Yeah. Because of where I'm at, you can't let everybody speak over your life. So I'm still in a vetting process for like a church home. I will go because I minister and I have my valve open for, I can spit out the bones and keep the meat. I do still attend church. It's a tradition and a practice that's important to my core values, and I want my child to see that in a healthy way.
Mm.
So I don't want to isolate completely. But if y'all know any safe churches in the Seattle metro area, I'm willing to visit. I don't want to despise what raised me. I just want to do it in a safe and progressive way. I hope that answers the question.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that does. That does, I mean, not does.
Yeah.
I I attend church. Am I very candid? And I do serve. Similar to Mercedes, I serve because I am respecting, just like Hey Black Seattle. I serve a community of people. If I know there's a community of people that share my faith, I would like to serve them because that's what we're called to do as Christians.
Yes.
However, do I go blindly to church and think that the person sitting on or standing on stage every Sunday is diet Jesus? No, I do not. I
Oop.
don't at all. I am very big on you are in charge, just like you are in charge of your health, you are also in charge of your spiritual walk with God. So you go where you grow, you don't go where you know, if that makes sense. And I feel like we treat church sometimes as a club, as a social like practice that we're like, if I'm in here, like God's happy. And it's like God's like, child, we could go talk at the beach for an hour and I'm happy. Like,
He's
it's
there too. Yes.
yeah, yeah. So I would say grow, always find community. We're not called to do this walk alone, but do not confine, just like Miss Lady Mercedes said, church to a four-wall confinement. Um, I think I don't know if there was any other questions. I see comments. Hattie is giving you some love. You are
I
blessing the
mean the
people
love.
tonight. Just
Thank
want to
you, Miss
let you
Hattie Mae.
know.
Yep.
Being authentic is of God. Being truthful of
Amen.
your journey provides stepping stones for those who feel alone.
I love
Amazing,
that.
amazing. Yeah, no. Before we go,
Mm-hmm.
did you want to touch on your podcast? Because
Yeah.
you're just, again, you are over in the overflow season, which I'm happy about.
Yeah.
And I want you to just give time to promote and share, drop your
Sure.
social media, where we can
Okay.
find you, buy your work. You published stuff this year too, but I'll give you some time. I'm
Listen.
gonna tell you.
Okay. So I'll try to make this very quick. So every podcast episode of Collisions, the podcast sheet, there's an Instagram page, is paired with a song from Empty the Clip. Miss Hattie, you're asking where do we get the music? I'm getting there. So they go together, and the podcast is a more detailed explanation of the songs. So Lady Mercedes music, you can see all of my music from my single, my Christmas music, and what's coming out. The next chapter of Empty the Clip is called Heal. It will be out on August 29th. So you'll get 4 songs from the first chapter, 3 songs from the second chapter. Thank you for following. I really appreciate the opportunity. Hey, Black Seattle. amazing to just be able to tell my story. Thank you, Miss Hattie. Um, so Collisions Podcast has its own YouTube page. Lady Mercedes Music has its own YouTube page. But I wanted to mention, I'm going to do visuals for each chapter. I'm launching Actions, which is from the first chapter. It'll be available on Friday, this Friday, the 22nd. So that's going to be in a couple days here. And then I'm going to launch chapter 2, Heal, the 29th. And there's one more visual that's coming as well that will go with that one. That one's called Free. So we got 2 music videos that will be out by the end of this month. Chapter 2, Heal, will be out on the 29th. IG heard it first. I haven't said that to anyone. I'm really excited about it.
Thank you.
And so there's some really nuanced extra things. So you want to listen start to finish because it makes the most sense if you do that for the music as well as the podcast. I created a journal. That's on my website and all of my socials. There's a journal, a workbook, and an affirmation deck. There's 3 levels to it. So 1, 2, 3 chapters, 1, 2, 3 levels to the series. If you want to do this work too, you can do it. I am not a therapist, but I'm just showing my process that might help someone who may be neurodivergent, maybe, single mom, needs somebody to relate to. So those are all the available mediums that into the clip kind of the umbrella. The written works are called the pages, the words, and the writing that held me. These are the affirmations I said and I developed with my therapist. These are the questions I asked myself and what was coming up for me when I was doing my work. My work hasn't finished. My work is still going. But yeah, so there's music coming out. I have some features that are really, really beautiful that you'll see on there. There's going to be some guest appearances from people you would not expect. I'll say it that way. But I'm really, really grateful for all of the support. And I hope that you'll follow me and continue the journey with me and take what you need from it, share it with someone else that might be able to benefit from it. And I just want to say that I am so grateful for spaces like Hey Black Seattle that give an opportunity for people to tell their stories. If we tell our stories, no matter what's happening at the Smithsonian, we can keep our history alive. And I think that that's so important.
Mm. Bill, thank you. Thank you. I want to be respectful of your time and also our viewers' time.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you to take off my Hey Black Seattle hat and put on my sis cap real quick. I'm
Yes.
so proud of you, sis. I'm
Thank
so
you.
proud of you. I'm excited to see your journey. You are one of the most overqualified superstars I've ever met, you know. I'm inspired by your drive and again by your compassion.
Mm.
I know life hasn't been easy, but I have never seen any bitter speech come out of you. Like, real? Yes, but bitter? No, so I applaud you for that. I did want to just shout out, you got a live, we can see you live soon, right?
Yes.
Okay, can you
You
just tell
mean
us real
tomorrow?
quick?
When are we going to start having Zooms? I will let you. We will. I'll start going live too. Kat, you need to come on my live too. So tomorrow, are you talking about the radio interview?
Radio, and also I see you going at the Sunday Auto Festival.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm on KBOO 90.7 in Portland, Oregon. Tomorrow we're going to be going live. So I'll have my live going then, so you can hear the new music perform for the first time. And then again, Festival Sunjata, I will be there Saturday at the Armory Stage in Seattle Center at 5 p.m. And so I'll be doing those same songs. So I would love for y'all to come out. Give me a hug. I tell everybody, because they might not have, Sister Hattie Mae, do you need a job? Because I need you. um, I want people to know that they are loved and seen and held. And so if anybody needs to hear it, I love you and there's nothing you can do about it. Real love, it never fails. And so I just want to put that out there for those who may see this now or in the future. Um, there's a purpose for your life. If you're drawing breath, there is still time. It's never too late.
It is never too late. Mm. Well, I was started this live. You know how church folks say, I was hungry, but now I'm quite full. So
Oh,
I want to thank you again for your time. Thank you again for your heart. We will be tuning in. Hey, Black Seattle. We will be listening. We are excited. We are cheering for you.
thank you.
But yeah, this is a great place to end. So
Yeah.
if you want to tell the people good night.
Okay. Hey, Lexiato, thank you for having me. Everybody that stayed on the live with us, thank you so much. Kat, you are amazing. You are an icon. I am so inspired. You are part of the reason why I'm able to try different looks and be confident in doing it and do it unapologetically. You have no idea how much strength and energy I glean from you. And so to be invited here is just an honor. I love that my first live was here with y'all. I'm documenting all of this stuff. And so it's just, we're making memories and we're helping people. And that's what it's about. Thank you so much for having me.
That's what it's about. Well, y'all heard it. I ain't got nothing else to say. I'm not going to tear up on my first Hey Black Seattle live. I love you, Lady
I love
Mercedes.
you.
I love you. Hey, Black
Hey, Black Seattle.
Seattle. We
Yes.
out here. I'll be back next week. But we got to go to bed. We got to eat. We got to play video games or watch TV or do some more work. Whatever it is,
Yep.
be great. Be kind to yourselves, and always say I love you.
I love you.
On that note, good night, girl.
Good night. Thanks for
Good
having
night,
me.
y'all. Of
Bye
course.
bye.